up, people? I'm back again with another one. And this time it's just another question. Well, it's actually not even a question, but it's in the form of a question. Well, let me just get to it. Okay, so the question is Donald Trump a racist? And also, are you aware when the media is trying to manipulate you into believing what they want you to believe and try to give you confirmation bias? And the reason I'm using Donald Trump and racism is because I can show you the way the media spins things. They take 30 seconds out of an hour speech and they take something and they spin it and they make a headline out of it. And we just really read the headline, or we listen to that 30-second clip and we use our confirmation bias to make us believe or to confirm what we want to believe or what the media wants us to believe. And I'm about to show you an example of just that. First, I'm going to give you the clip of Donald Trump speaking at the Detroit Economic Club so you can see what he says versus what the media tries to spin it out to be. Okay, here's the clip.
By the way, they should be paying 3 to 4%, not 2%, okay? They're 2%. They should be much higher than that, but that's up for whoever is going to be the next president. I think Kamala, it's not going to be high on her list. I don't think anything that we're talking about today is high on her list. The whole country is going to be like, you want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands. She destroyed San Francisco. She destroyed, along with Newsom, California. And we're not going to let her do that to this country. We're not going to let it happen. So.
Okay, now that clip, that short little clip that I just played was from a speech that he did that was over an hour. And the main thing he was speaking about was the motor vehicle industry. And he talked about Detroit, and he said something that was that could be taken as disparaging and could offend some Detroit natives. I understand that. But the way the media spins it, they spin it into a racist theme or a racist trope. And it's always going to be some of our most popular and entertaining media outlets, such as the Breakfast Club. Now I want you to listen close as Charlamagne the God gives his take on what Donald Trump said and what he meant by it and how we should feel about it as black people. I'm about to roll the clip. Here you go.
And dropping the clues bombs for them. Okay, Michigan is a crucial battleground state. So, yeah, Trump decided to come to Michigan and insult the largest city by both population and size in Michigan. And you better believe Detroiters won't forget this in November. That's right. You got to come to the defense of your city. I don't understand why Trump would come to Michigan and insult the biggest city in Michigan. But I'm going to tell you right now, when I say I don't understand, like Trump, I'm basically a truthful person. Actually, I'm lying because I know exactly why he has no problem insulting Detroit, because Donald Trump knows that a lot of his supporters simply don't care about black people. Let's be clear about it. Vice President Kamala Harris is a woman of color, black and Indian. When Trump says the whole country is going to be like Detroit if she becomes president, he's telling folks that they need to fear America becoming too black. Not only will you have a black woman president, but Detroit used to be the blackest city in America. I believe it still is. If not, it's still very, 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 very black. I did some research, and by research, I mean I asked ChatGPT, and it said 78% of its population identifies as black. 78%. Okay, so Trump was telling all those folks there, if Vice President Kamala Harris becomes president, America will be very black. We got to stop calling these things racist dog whistles. Okay, these are white supremacist bullhorns at this point. If you don't see the play by now, then you don't want to see it. Okay, nobody plays into white racial grievances like Donald Trump. Saying America is going to be like Detroit if Kamala Harris wins is just coded language that attracts racists.
That is a clear-cut case of media manipulation, propaganda, confirmation bias, and even intellectual cap. I mean, they think that we can't see what they're doing. Like we don't know how to think for ourselves. How can you take what Donald Trump said? I understand that if you're from Michigan or if you're a Detroit native, you may feel offended by what he said if you take it out of context. You have to listen to what he said in its entirety. But how do you take, even from that small little clip, how do you take what he said and conflate that all into racism? I don't understand how we do that. Now, if you're listening to what Charlamagne the God said, and you didn't listen to the entire speech that Donald Trump gave at the Detroit Economic Club, where he's speaking about economics, then you probably believe what the media is saying and what the media is trying to feed you. And if you already believe that Donald Trump is a racist, and they spin this story in a way to make you feel like there's confirmation there that Donald Trump is a racist, then you're going to take that and run with it. Now, there's a saying that goes, don't go around saying a man has killed 9 people when he's only killed 8. Meaning, once you start exaggerating things and building on and adding on and making up lies, there could be some truth in there somewhere. But once you lie so much and somebody finds out one of the things you said was a lie, then your story starts to unravel and you lose credibility. Now, I just wanted to give you guys an example of how the media twist and spin things and how they create stories and how they manipulate our minds, and they use propaganda to sway us one way or the other. I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for and who to believe and who not to believe. I just need you to think. And once you start thinking for yourself, then you can make a better, more informed decision moving forward. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, peace.